Yes. Good morning, my students. Yeah, this is another day, and we are still continue to discuss our topic, which is quadratic equations. And last time we discussed about solving quadratic equations by using factorization method, and we tried to discuss about 3-4 examples. And if you remember, I left 2 questions for you. So make sure you try to do those questions, and then you'll send to me the solution so as I can check if you are right or not. So today our lesson is starting on how can we solve different other equations on the quadratic equations by using this factorization method. So we have to attempt some other a few examples to see how can we manage to find the solution of different quadratic equations. How can we manage to find the value of different letters in quadratic equations by using factorization method. So we are still continuing to discuss the method, which is factorization. And today, let us see other examples on how can we find the solution of quadratic equation by using factorization method. So this is example number 2. Yes, example number 2, the question is use factorization method. Use factorization method to find the solution of the following quadratic equations. Use factorization method to find the solution of the following quadratic equations. A, we have 2x squared minus 10x plus 12 is equal to 0. 2x squared minus 10x plus 12 is equal to 0. Now, this is quadratic equation. Now, we are going to find the solution of this equation by using our method, which is factorization. As what you remember is in factorization, we said we have 2 steps of finding the solution, of finding the value of different letters by using this method, whereby the first step is to find the factors of this quadratic equation, and that is why it is called the factorization method. So we have to find factors, and then we have to use those 2 factors to find the solution of this quadratic equation. So we are starting by looking on how can we find the factors, and then you have to use those 2 factors to find the solution or to get the value of x. Now, here we have 2x squared minus 10x plus 12 is equal to 0. As you remember, we first thinking about the 2 numbers. If you add the numbers, you have to get this negative 10. But also, if you multiply the same numbers, you have to get 12 times 2. 12 times 2, which is 24. So we have to think out what are these 2 numbers. If you multiply, you have to get 24, and if you add, you have to get negative 10. Now, the easiest way to find these 2 numbers is you have to take this 24, take 24, then you're going to ask yourself how much if you multiply by the other number, you have to get 24. So here we have 1 and 24 itself, because if you take 1 times 24, you get 24. We have 2 times 12. We have 3 times 8. We have 4 times 6. 5, no. 6, yes, 6 repeats by 4. 8 by 3, so repeats. Then among these 4 pairs, 1, 2, 3, 4, which one will give you this combination? Which one will give you this combination? Can I take 1 and 24? If I take 1 plus 24, can I get negative 10? The answer is no. Can I take 2 and 12? If I take 2 plus 12, 2 plus 12, can I get negative 10? No. But if you take maybe 3 and 8, 3 plus 8, can you get negative 10? The answer is no. If you take maybe 4 and 6, 4 and 6, if you take 4 plus 6, can you get negative 10? No. Because if you take 4 plus 6, the answer is 10. But it is not negative. Now, in order to get negative, it means this 4 must be negative and this 6 must be negative. So the correct pair is negative 4 and negative 6. Because if you take negative 4 plus negative 6, you get negative 10. And if you take negative 4 times negative 6, the answer is positive 24. So our correct pair is negative 4 and the 6. So our numbers are negative 4 and 6. So it means A can be equal to negative 4, A is negative 4, and B can be equal to negative 6. So our numbers are negative 4 and the negative 6. Then from 2x squared minus 10x plus 12 is equal to 0. Then this will be 2x squared. Instead of negative 10x now, it will be negative 4x, then negative 6x. We split this negative 4 into 2 numbers, then plus 12. The answer is 0. Yes. And then we have to group into 2. So the first group will be 2x squared minus 4x. This is the first group, whereby the second group will be negative, put here 6x, but because negative is out and this is plus, so as in order to get this plus, the sign here must be negative. If you open the bracket, negative and negative, if you times, you get positive. Yes, so it will be minus 12 is equal to 0. After reaching here, then we have to give out the common factor. The common factor here, 2x squared minus 4x, the common factor is 2x. So give out 2x, bracket. If 2x is out and here there is 2x squared, so x will remain minus 2x is out. This is 4x. So 4x, 2x is out. What will remain here? It means 2, because if you take 2x times 2, the answer is 4x. And if we take 2x times x, the answer is 2x squared. Then minus, we have 6x minus 12. Here, the common factor is 6. Now 6 is out. If 6 is out, then what we left here, it will be 6. No, 6 is out. So it means here we have 6x and 6 is out, so x will remain minus. Here 6 is out and here is 12. It means here 2 will remain is equal to 0. Yes, and what I said last time is after reaching to this step, you will find out that the two numbers inside the bracket are the same. So our two factors are, first we take out the outside numbers, which are 2x minus 6. This will be the first factor, and the second factor will be x minus 2, then is equal to 0, is equal to 0. Now, after reaching to this step, it means this is the first step. The first step, if you remember, is to find the factors. Now, the factors are 2x minus 6 and x minus 2. So, if you multiply these two factors, the answer is 0. Then, if you multiply the two numbers and the answer is 0, it means one among of these two numbers is 0. So, then we say either 2x minus 6, 2x minus 6 is equal to 0, or x minus 2 x minus 2 is equal to 0. Starting with this, 2x is equal to, now shift this negative 6 into the other side, whereby this is minus. When go there, it will be plus. So it will be 2x is equal to 6. We shift this minus to this side. Then here we divide by 2, and here by 2. 2 and 2, they cancel. We remain with x is equal to 6 divided by 2. The answer is 3. 6 divided by 2, the answer is 3. All, here we have x minus 2 is equal to 0. So it will be x minus 2 is equal to 0. Then we shift this 2 negative to this side, but that is negative 2. If you shift it to the second side, the opposite side, it will change the sign from negative to positive. So it will be x is equal to 2. So these are two answers of this quadratic equation. So therefore, the values of x are, we have x is equal to 3, all the other x is equal to 2. Yes. So this is the solution of the quadratic equation 2x squared minus 10x plus 12 is equal to 0. We are still in the same method, in the first method, which is factorization. Yes. Then the second example here, number B. Number B is, we have y square plus y minus 20 is equal to 0. Y square plus y minus 20 is equal to 0. The same states. So first we have to break down this middle term, which is y, into two numbers. So we think out the two numbers. If you add, you have to get this number here. But if you don't see the number, it means there is 1. So what numbers, if you add, you get 1. And if you multiply the same numbers, you have to get negative 20 times this number here, which is 1. So negative 20 times 1 is negative 20. Now, which numbers, if you add, you have to get 1. And if you multiply, you get 20. Yes. To find the numbers, to follow these steps, we take 20 as positive. What numbers, if you multiply, you get 20? The first is 1 and 20. You have 2 and 10, 3 no, 4 and 5, 5 repeats, 6 no, 7 no, 8 no, 10 repeats. Yeah. So we have these pairs. Now, among these pairs, which will give you this combination? Can you take 1 plus 20 to get 1? The answer is no. Can you take maybe 2 plus 10 to get 1? The answer is no. If you take 4 plus 5, can you get 1? The answer is no. But here, it will give us the true combination, because in 4 and 5, maybe let's put 4 to be negative. So if you take negative 4 plus 5, the answer is 1, yes. But also, if you take negative 4 times 5, the answer is negative 20. Yes, it is true. So our numbers are, twist A is equal to negative 4, and B is equal to 5. A is equal to negative 4, and B is equal to 5. Then our equation is y squared plus y minus 20 is equal to 0. So it will be y squared minus, this is 4y, then positive 5y minus 20. The answer is 0. Then we group into 2. It will be y squared minus 4y. This is the first group. Then plus the second group is 5y minus 20. Yes, if plus and minus you multiply, the answer will be minus. So here it is minus is equal to 0. So here we have two groups. Then after reaching to this step, we have to give out the common factor. This is y squared minus 4y. So the common factor is y. if y is out, and here we have double y, so it means 1y left here, minus, this is 4y, but y is out. So here, 4 will remain. Plus, this is 5y minus 20. The common factor here, it will be 4, no, 5. 5 is out. 5 is out. If 5 is out, here will remain with y minus 20. 5 is out, so here will remain 4 is equal to 0. Yes. And you see the numbers inside the bracket now are the same. It means we are correct. Then our factors will be, first we take out the outside numbers. So y plus 5, the first factor. And the second factor, we take one among of these two because they are the same. So we take y minus 4 is equal to 0. So these are two factors. Now, after reaching to this step, say either y plus 5 is equal to 0 or y minus 4 is equal to 0. So in y plus 5 is equal to 0, we find the value of y. It means we will move this 5 to this side, but here it is plus. When we go there, it will be minus. So we have y is equal to minus 5, or this is y, minus 4 is equal to 0. We shift this negative 4 to this side, so it will be y is equal to, this is minus, when it goes there, it will be positive 4. So therefore, the values of y are, we have y negative 5 or y is equal to 4. Yes. So this is number B in example number 2. And this is how can we solve different questions on quadratic equations by using factorization method. Number C. Number C, we have, for example, 2d square minus 4d is equal to 0. 2d square minus 4d is equal to 0. Now, if you see this question, we know the quadratic equations are always written in this form, which is ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Now, let us see. Do we have ax squared? Yes, it is 2d squared. Instead of x here, now we used d. Do we have bx? Yes, it is negative 4d. Then after bx, we have c. Do we have c here? There is no c. So if there is no c, it means we have to find the factors in different way as what we did in the other examples. How can you find the factors? It is very simple. How can you get the factors? Now here, so all questions which are missing d, we have to factorize like this. First, we observe these terms. We have 2d squared minus 4d is equal to 0. So first, we find the common number. We find the common number in 2d squared and 4d. So if you observe here, the common number will be 2, then d. So you give it out, bracket. Now, if 2d is out and here there is 2d squared, what is left here? D. So you have D, then minus. Here is 4D and 2D is out. So here, what will be left here should be 2. Because if you take 2D times D, the answer is 2D squared. And if you take 2D times 2, the answer is 4D. Then it's equal to 0. Yes. So these are two factors, 2D and D minus 2. These are two factors. Now, after reaching here, then what next? You say either 2d, the first factor, is equal to 0, or the second factor, d minus 2, is equal to 0. Then in 2d is equal to 0, we divide by 2, and here by 2. Here 2 and 2, they cancel. Then we have d is equal to 0 divided by 2. The answer is 0. Or d minus 2 is equal to 0. Then we shift this negative 2 to the second side, but this is minus. When it goes there, it will be positive. So it will be d is equal to positive 2. So therefore, the values of d is equal to 0 or d is equal to positive 2. Very simple. So all quadratic equations which are in the form of ax squared plus bx is equal to 0. It means they are missing d. We have to factorize like this, and then we have to find the solution as what we did here. So this is example number 2c. Number 2d, d it is 3a squared plus 6a is equal to 0. 3a squared plus 6a is equal to 0. Yes, also this is missing number c. It is missing number c. ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. 3a squared is the same as ax squared. 6a the same as bx. C, we don't have C. So we have to factorize like what we did in the previous example. So here you have to find out the common factor, which is 3a, then bracket. If 3a is out, here we have 3a squared, but 3a is out. So what will remain here to be a, then plus. Here is 6a and 3a is out. What we left here? 2. Because if we take 3a times a, we get 3a squared. And if we take 3a times 2, we get 6a is equal to 0. So our two factors are 3a and a plus 2. So we say either 3a is equal to 0 or a plus 2 is equal to 0. So in 3a is equal to 0, we divide by 3 and here by 3. 3 and 3 they cancel, so we have a is equal to 0 divided by 3, the answer is 0. Or a plus 2 is equal to 0. We shift this to the other side, it will be a is equal to negative 2. Because this is plus, when you go there, it will be positive. So therefore, the values of a, we have a is 0, or the value of a is equal to negative 2. Yes. So this is how can we attempt different questions on quadratic equations by using factorization method. Now, check this example again. Number E. Yeah, this is letter E. We have x squared minus 6 squared is equal to 0. X squared minus 6 squared is equal to 0. Yeah, now this is quadratic equation, because from the definition of quadratic equations, we say these are all equations which have the variable with the highest power of 2. And here our variable is x, which has the highest power of 2. So this is quadratic equation. But we have to observe this quadratic equation, it is written in which form? It is written in which form? We have these forms. We have ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0, the first form. We have ax squared plus bx is equal to 0. The second form, we have a squared minus b squared is equal to 0. We have this third form. Now, all expressions which are written in this form, it means we say these expressions or equations have been written in the form of difference of two squares. And if we observe now our equation here, it is x squared minus 6x is equal to 0. It means this equation is written in the third form, which is ax squared minus bx is equal to 0. So if the equation is written in this form, how can we find the factors? How can we find the factors? all quadratic equations or expressions which are written in this form, their factors will be like if you have a squared minus b squared, then the factors will be a plus b. The first factors you add, the second factors you minus. So the factors will be a plus b, then a minus b. So those are two factors. So here, let's come back to our equation. Our equation is written in this form. So first we have to find the factors. Now our factors will be x, the first will be plus 6, the second one will be x minus 6 is equal to 0. Yes. So all equations or quadratic expressions which are written in the form of difference of two squares, their factors will be the first you add, then the second you subtract. So to be x plus 6, then x minus 6 is equal to 0. Then after reaching to this step, now we have our factors which are here. So we say either x plus 6 is equal to 0 or x minus 6 is equal to 0. So if x plus 6 is equal to 0, then x will be, we take this 6 to the other side, but this is plus, when you go there it will be minus. So it will be x is equal to negative 6 or x is equal to, this is minus 6, when you go there it will be positive. So it will be x is equal to positive 6. So therefore, the values of x are negative 6 or x is equal to positive 6. Yeah, so these are different examples on how can we find the solution of quadratic by using factorization method. We did a lot of examples. In different aspects. So then you have to go and try to do different examples on yourself, and then we'll check with me on my WhatsApp number or direct contact, so as I can check if you are correct or not. Thank you very much, and this will be the end of factorization method, solving quadratic equation by factorization method. Don't miss the next lesson, whereby we go to the second step of solving these quadratic equations, and this will be by completing the square method. This is Kidev Online Academy. Don't plan to miss the next lesson. Thank you very much.